Hello everyone, this is Phoenix Animator.
Hi, I'm Froggy Lumpy. Welcome back to Sky Factory 3. We're on episode 19.
Yes.
And we've been working so hard on the chickens and progressing so far on the chickens. It's been wonderful.
It has been.
But the problem with spending so much time on the chickens is we're neglecting our mystical agriculture.
We are.
So we decided to shift things back to mystical agriculture, because there are some really fabulous armor, and not to mention the unlimited hoe that you could put in your farmer.
Yes.
Your Andrio farmer over here. And we need to get to that. And
Sounds
so
good.
In order to get to that, the biggest thing that you need is the basic infernium essence, which is your first step.
Lit.
So we decided to set up an exclusive farm for that.
Because we're going to need a lot of it.
Get it automated, except we have a problem.
We do have a problem.
Look, you set this wonderful farming station here. I made an obsidian hoe, which is very, very durable. And you've got your item conduits in here.
Yep.
And you've got
Ready
your
to
basic
export.
drawer. And oh look, what's
Ready
this?
to import. This is from Flux Networks.
You figured it out.
So, let me explain Flux Networks.
Please do.
To get started in Flux Networks, one of the first things you're going to need to do is you're going to need to put redstone into your furnace.
Okay.
And that is going to, and this applies to Sky Factory 3, that's going to make flux. You can also put your block of redstone in, and that makes a flux block.
Wonderful.
Okay?
Okay.
That's some of the things you're going to need to get started. Then, what you'll do is you'll come to your crafting station of choice. And I'm going to put @flux just to make this a little easier on myself. And you're going to want to make a flux core. I think you're going to want to make a couple of these, maybe. We'll see here in just a second. Where'd it go? Oh, not fluxer. I keep hitting the wrong buttons here. There we go. Flux core, which is 4 of the flux dust, 4 obsidian, and an eye of ender. And that, there's that @fluxer thing again. That's going to make your flux core. You then want to turn around and make a flux controller, which is the 5 flux blocks, flux dust, and the flux core that you just made. The other thing you're going to need is flux plugs, which we don't have enough cores to make, but you're going to need 4 flux cores and the flux block, and a flux point, which is 4 more flux cores. So you're going to need a lot of these flux cores, so you're going to need a lot of dust and a lot of flux blocks to get started. Now, in the last episode, at the very end, I was messing with this thing, trying to figure out how it worked.
We do have a lot of redstone though, so we could make those.
Well, we will want to make the basic storage in a moment. I'll make one of those. But you don't need those to be able to do this. When you start with your controller will not have a network set. So you'll want to come into this last tab here, say create network, and you can set it however you would like, and then hit a create button.
I don't have permission to access this network.
You do what? You should.
I don't have permission.
That's
We
weird.
had a bunch of false stuff come up. And a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It says
There we go. Now try it.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so Froggy Phenix network I made. If you could say edit network, you can say settings public, which I made public just because it doesn't matter, we're all by ourselves here. You can change the color with next color. I don't want to do that right now. You can set it however you would like. In allowed players, if you are playing with somebody else, this is once you've made the network, this is where you would come in and add a person and then right click on them to change the configuration, and I put you as a shared owner.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So this shows different things that you can do. We can name this controller if we wanted to in the very first tab, Home. We can name the controller. We can set its priority of one being more, the higher number, the more likely it'll go there. The negative numbers will make it less likely, type thing. And then the max amount of RF that it can transfer. If you wanted to ignore limits, so if you have a limit, you want to ignore the limit that you set, you can do that. Sending mode, you can send to its largest or smallest first, or by default, which I believe is sends evenly. And then receiving is the same thing. You want it to receive largest, smallest first. Transfer mode, even distribution. How does it transfer? Surge will allow it to transfer from all the points. So if you have multiple plugs, or you're going to multiple points, that's what it is. It allows it to transfer to all of the points at a faster rate.
Okay, you're losing me since I don't completely understand what this is.
Well, are you in the thing and looking at transfer mode?
Yes, I'm looking at this picture, but
Okay.
you know, I need to see this thing in action.
You need to see it in action first. Okay. Well, let's see it in action. So we're going to say even distribution on that. We'll come back to those. Now, last episode, I was saying I didn't know how this worked. I was so close to getting this thing working. This is a flux point. Bring that with you, is in the wrong spot.
Okay.
This is a flux plug.
Yes.
That doesn't go there. If you would go ahead and put the point onto there.
Okay.
Now right click on the flux point and go to the second tab.
Go to the network selection.
And
Okay.
select the Froggy Phenix network. Perfect.
Got it.
Now you can back out of that. And then I bring the plug. I have it. I thought I didn't see
You
it.
have the plug.
I do. I bring the plug over here and connect it to the network, or to the capacitor bank. And I say select Froggy Phenix network.
So you're
Now-
backwards.
It should be working. I did. I was so close to having this
look.
last episode. And now it has
That-
power. And
this-
says no seeds. Mm-hmm.
This thing is changing colors.
Yes. So this thing fills up. And if you create one of these, so you come in here and you say, you say add flux.
Ah, but it's getting power now.
It is. So this is a basic flux storage. It's basically a buffer. Actually, I'm not going to put that there. This can be anywhere. You just place this down on the other side of the controller.
Here.
Yeah. This can be anywhere. These things are completely wireless, which is great. Because you set that down, I don't have access to this.
So
go ahead and go into the second tab and set it to, there we go, Froggy Phenix. And the local buffer is this storage itself. The network buffer is the combined storage between the two. So these are basically capacitor banks.
oh my goodness.
And they have a combined storage of 512 kilo red flux.
Yes. Okay, so
Very small amount. So
a
now,
tiny bit of this RF over here,
yes,
because it's kilo red flux instead of just red flux. RF.
or maybe it's thousands. That could just be 1,000 redstones. Because look how much is missing out of our system now.
1,000.
So that could have been, that's probably 500,000. Because we are missing a good chunk of our power now. And that bar was full just a moment ago.
Okay.
So, there we go. We're still working at a plus 2 with all the stuff running, even with that farm going.
Wonderful.
So that is the flux plug, which is your sending of power, and the point, remember I was mentioning those when I was going over the different thingies, the points is what receives your power. And by switching the different modes, Surge, Hyper Surge, and God mode, it will transfer power to those points faster, ignoring limits, but at a power loss.
Okay, so if you needed something really quick, you could give it like that God Surge power mode for a moment.
Correct.
And then take it off once it, like some things have a huge buffer.
Right.
So you could like send it a huge buffer so that it could fill it up so that you could activate that machine, like we could have done with the farm here.
Correct.
It obviously it's already full now, but it takes 1,000,000 RF. We could have gave it a surge, and it would have pretty much instantly filled it. But
exactly.
That didn't take very long, so you don't need to do that. But there are some things that are huge, and they hold seriously large buffers, so that would be good in instances like that.
Yes. You can also set how fast something moves, or how fast it transfers. When you come into the point, you could set this to only allow, for instance, this uses 40 RF per tick, this farm. I could come in here and say the max that this thing can transfer is 40 RF per tick. So it will never send more than what it needs.
Oh, that's wonderful. Then you could set it up for whatever you're using it for.
Exactly.
Then you don't have waste.
Right. I am going to go a little bit more than that, though. It looks like it is losing power for some reason. There we go. So I put it to 50.
There you go.
So this will only take 50 RF per tick. And of course the conduit allows 640, so the max that it would be able to take at all is 640 because it's connected to a power conduit.
Right. Fabulous. Okay, so we have 5 infernium essence in our drawer here. See,
we do.
That's a pathetic amount. So obviously we need more. The other thing that we need is I want to get up to the armor. There's some interesting armor in here, not to mention that hoe. That let me just show that. The unlimited hoe. Supremium, obviously that's the highest tier. The Supremium hoe is unlimited. So we can put that Supremium hoe into our farms and we would have it unlimited. So that's the first thing that I want to work towards.
Sounds good.
To get the Supremium hoe, you need Supremium ingots. So we need to start making some ingots. So now the ingots are really great because they sort of upgrade each other. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the armor does. So I'm not even going to do armor until I get to the red one, because if I can't upgrade it, what's the point?
Right.
So the ingots do seem to be, I click on the Superium, then it gives me the Intermedium, and the Intermedium gives me the Prudentium, and the Prudentium gives me the Inferium, all the way back down to the base essence. So I like that because now I'm not wasting, I'm just upgrading. So in order to get this base essence ingot, which is what you need for all of your ingots, you need prosperity shards, which is one of the reasons why I said that's why we actually still need a sieve, because I might be wrong and there might be a prosperity chicken, but I don't think there is. So we need 4 prosperity shards and 1 piece of iron to make 1 base ingot. So how do I get the iron? Oh well, geez, let's use our iron essence, right? Because we have it. So let's go ahead and make our iron essence. Here's a crafting bench right here, and that is all the way around. So you need 8 iron essence, and that will give you 6 iron ingots. That's not too bad of a transfer rate, I guess. So anyway, I just made 36.
Cool.
Okay. So now we have 36 ingots. So let's put these shards around here. Let's see what we can get here. I don't want to use all of them. Okay, let's do the 8. Let's just stick with 8. There we go. So now we have your base essence ingot. With that, you can make all of your ingots. If I turn to page 1, I believe it is. There we go. It shows here all of your ingots. So now, to make the infernium ingot, which would make me the armor or the tools, either one. Oh, this click thing that pops everything else in is so irritating. Okay, so let's make those 8 into inferniums. Okay, now let's go up the chain here. Prudentium. Now we'll take the infernium ingots that we just made and turn it into prudentium. Now that we've got the green ones, we can make 5 of those.
Oh, there it is.
I can make 2 of these, but
it's a premium.
Let's see. Okay. That's top of the line, but I need to get the one in between that. Let's see, 4, just a moment. Okay, so the next tier up from the infernium would be the intermedium, and I skipped the blue one and made 2 of the red ones, so we can make 2 of these, and let's go ahead and make 1 of the red ones. Just, blue one. Oh, I need the blue. Okay, so I don't have the blue. I used the blue to make the red. Well, duh. Shouldn't have done that. No problem. I just need to do my infernium essence with the infusion crystal all the way up just as soon as I get a few more of the basic essence. But I just wanted to kind of show the upgrading of the ingots all the way up to your supremium ingots that you use to make your armor, to make your tools. But I placed in here a bunch of infernium essence because the one really important thing is the growth accelerators. By placing them on crops, your crops will grow faster. I have no idea how much faster these will grow, so we need obviously the infernium block. Now that takes 9 to make 1, and we need 4 of them. So let's make 4 blocks, which is why I don't have a lot for the other stuff. And let's go ahead and make growth accelerator. There we go. Fabulous. And we still have 1 block left. So now it says that it grows resource crops above it, which means then that you would need to take oh, that's 57% grown. I really don't want to take that out. I was going to start at the corner here. Let me go ahead and finish growing this, and then I'll take it up. Because you have to take it up. So, and do I have a hoe on me? Yes, I do. Fabulous. Okay, so grow. There we go. Alright, now it won't feel so bad. Okay, so now if you place this below it, which means we need to take this block out, now place your growth accelerator. Now place your fertilized dirt back on top. Now we'll need to hoe it again. And then we put our seed back down. There we go. Now we can, if we look at the growth rate here, if we get both of these to match up even, we can actually look and see what the growth rate is. We can get this one to grow completely and harvest it. See, that one's at 29%. This is only at 14%. I'm not seeing an acceleration here. thing that really helps is the growth crystal accelerator. That's what really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, okay, this is still at 14%.
29.
So one of them, and this one is already at 57, and it was not even, see, this one that doesn't have a growth accelerator on it has grown completely. That's a lot faster. So maybe it takes more than one for it to actually work.
The more you,
however,
the more you stack, the better it would grow.
However, they are good for using the crystal growth accelerator, which is from, what is it,
Tiny progressions, I believe.
Tiny progressions. Yeah, that actually does work. That actually does speed things up. So, one growth accelerator under there, not so much. Which, in my opinion, that is very expensive using that much infernium. I need to get some kind of result out of it. And therefore, since I'm not, guess what I'm not doing?
Well, I think it does it faster when you're not watering it. I think the watering can messes with the tick rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which both of us were watering it with a watering can.
Okay, well, that's at 43 right now. That's at 86. So...
and this one's at 0.
Will it possibly catch it? That just popped to 57. And that's still at 86. Okay, I take it back. I guess maybe watering does, mess it up, but maybe that is getting quicker. If it would catch this before this grew, then it would convince me. But it's just sitting here.
Right.
So it's a little bit faster, but not an enormous amount.
It's definitely not.
Until I got an enormous amount of infernium, I wouldn't waste all my infernium on it because it doesn't give me enough result back from it to use that much, because that was a lot of infernium. I couldn't do the ingots because of having to use it all on that block. So that will do it for this episode, I believe. Do you have anything else?
I just had to get rid of Direwolf because he was saying take it easy repeatedly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess he was trying to tell us to leave.
Well, he was trying to hint, Alright, I'm Froggy Lumpy.
And I'm Phenix Animator.
Thanks ever so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day.
Hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.
Bye.
See you all later.